welcome today. What I thought I would do was show you some of my paint mixing that I have done. Kind of done some colors, but also I've done a white base paint. So first I want to show you real quickly, I'm not going to mix it up, but just kind of give you an idea of what I did for my white base paint. I went over to Dollar Tree and I got these really great containers. They're 4-cup containers, 2 for $1. And what I like about these containers, even though I've marked it myself, they actually have, and it's kind of hard to see here in the video, but they actually have marks already put on there, but I went ahead and used a Sharpie to kind of indicate the 1, 2, 3 cup marks. So what I did for this, for my base paint, my white one, I put in 1 cup of paint, and then anywhere between 1 3/4 to 2 cups of glue all, and then another cup of Floetrol. So let me show you what I've picked up here. This is the 1 gallon of glue all, Elmer's glue all, all right. And that is a paint binder that helps my paints go a little bit further. And then I went and got a gallon of the Floetrol. I had a smaller container of it before that I was using, but because I knew that I was going to be mixing up the larger quantities of the white paint, I went ahead and got a gallon of it. So that's going to be my base paint on a white canvas. So there's that. And then what I've been doing is I've been busy making up little small quantities of my paint colors that I'm going to use to pour on. I've got a red and a blue. I've got a yellow. And I've got a green, and then I have a metallic silver, and I'm going to show you something I did with my metallic silver. I'm going to do it to one of the other colors. I added a little bit of a mica powder to give it a shimmer sheen, and I'm going to show you and tell you a little bit more about that here in a second. So, whoops, hold on. All right, I'm going to put those aside right now and show you that these are the little cups that I got from Dollar Tree also, just like I got, these 2 for $1. You can get 4 of these cups in a set, 4 for $1. And again, just like the larger ones, what I like about them is they have the marks on here for 1 ounce, 2 ounce, and 3 ounces. And so it makes it easy for me to eye how much I'm pouring in for my mixtures. And I'm good right now with the projects that I'm working on, mixing up these in small quantities. I do have some more cups coming from Amazon. They're a little bit larger, and I also have some, I believe they're 8-ounce squeeze bottles. And those are great for different projects, but for right now, these work perfect for what I'm looking for. And they come with a really nice little snap-on lid. So I like that that's sealed better. Okay, so one of the other paints that I mixed up today was my purple. And when I was mixing it up, it was really kind of hard to show you how the micas were showing up in it. So I was going to show you what I'm talking about when I say adding these micas for the iridescent look. And I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but there is a very soft iridescent sheen on these, and the micas do that. The mica powders have an iridescent shimmer to them. So I did that with my purple because, like many of you know, purple is my favorite color. So I'm really excited about doing that. I'm thinking of doing, say, like a purple, a blue, and maybe the green with the silver on a black canvas. So I'm still thinking about my colors, but that's a possibility. So what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to mix up a bright magenta pink, and I'm going to show you the process that I use, and I'm going to add a duo red blue. It is a pink, bright pink right there. I'm going to add that for some iridescent also. I do add silicone to all of my paint colors. I did not add it to my white base. All right, but I did add it to my individual colors. Okay, let's get started here. Just real simple. Again, I love using these little cups because I can just start pouring in my paint and I just kind of turn it to the side and I can get an idea of where I'm at, and that's 1 ounce, and there it is. Simple as can be. I can just look at that. And then I went ahead and poured some glue all into a smaller cup because it's a lot easier to handle than actually the big gallon. So I can do that. And from here I can actually see the edge measurements. But just in case, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. And yes, that's a good one. I go ahead, at this point, I don't wait and pour in my Floetrol. I do mix this up first, because even though I say that I'm going to use like 1 ounce of Floetrol, I may or may not. It just depends on the consistency of each of the paint, acrylic paints I put in there. Sometimes they're a little bit thicker, sometimes they're thinner, waterier. And so I don't want to put too much Floetrol in, and then I have to go back and put more paint in. So this feels like the same consistency I've been getting, doing 1 ounce and 1 ounce. All right. Mixed up pretty good. You do have to make sure sometimes to get the edges, to get all of that glue all. Same thing when I put in the Floetrol. Now, what you'll notice is that when I use the glue wall with the paint, I pretty much maintain the pigment, all right, because it's a binder and it does not break down the pigment. But once I put in the Floetrol, you're going to see that it gets a little bit lighter. Not too bad, but just a little bit. All right, and again, I can tell by on the edge, I can see inside the container when I'm hitting that 3 ounce mark. And this mixes up really well, especially if you do it in little steps that I'm talking about. I didn't lose too much pigment on this one, not too bad. And it's flowing fairly well, right? And then I'm going to test it. And what I'm doing, I'm looking to see whether or not once I cross over the popsicle stick, that the paints are not quickly running together, and they are not. So I should have a good flow on that. Oh, I'll put in the mic that's here. Okay, so next I'm going to do is add the mica for my shimmers. And I don't think I'm going to use more than just one little thing. I used a larger amount than I have in the past on the first time, and I've gone back and done like maybe 2, a second one or a third one, but I'm going to keep it at this one for right now. Don't want to overdo it. Just add the bare bone basics of a shimmer. All right, there's that. And then I'm now going to add just 2 drops of silicone, and that's it. There you go. I see the slightest of an iridescent sheen on top of the paint. I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera, but it's just there ever so slightly. But that's it to the mixing, and then I just go ahead and seal it up, and we're done on that. All right, now I want to point something out. I have 6 colors already pre-made, and there we go. But I want to show you one of the things I'm really excited about when I talked about using the purple. I'm also really excited about using this metallic, because if you take a look at this, the metallic by itself already had the ability of creating the cells, and I add a little bit of gray mica to this, silver mica, and then I added the silicone. And so just within the actual container, you can see where it has broken apart and created the cells. So I'm extremely excited about using this as part of the pour, seeing what happens. And so I should be adding that to my next video, in which I'm gonna do a black painted background, and probably do maybe like a flip and drag on that. So we'll see what happens. So thank you very much for tuning in to the video to see the tutorial. I hope this was helpful to you and of interest. If you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to continue following me. If you like this video and it was helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. And any of the items that I have used from putting all this together, I will go ahead and create some links for Amazon for you so you know where you can get some of these tools yourself. Again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you.